I'm Rebecca Fryer with Kingstonist News. Here's what's making headlines today, January 12th, 2023. At City Council this week, the majority of councillors voted in favour of deferring the eviction of unhoused residents from the encampment at Bell Park until March of 2023. In addition to the amending of the eviction date, Mayor Patterson also called for a motion that was not on the agenda, seeking the support of council in declaring a mental health and addictions crisis within the city of Kingston. The hope is that this declaration will put added pressure on both the federal and provincial levels of government to commit more funding to municipalities to support mental health and addictions treatment. Also at Council, the decision concerning the 2023 lease agreement for the Kingston Penitentiary passed unanimously and without discussion, as did the 2023 interim tax levy. And Council made the decision to not adjust the amount of financial support for the construction of the new Providence Care Hospice residence on Princess Street, and they will still be committing more than $500,000 to the project. 11% of households in the KFL&A area live with food insecurity, according to the newest Kingston, Frontenac, Lennox, and Addington Public Health 2022 Cost of Eating Healthy report. That means 1 in 9 households can't afford to buy the food that they want or need for good health. To read more about this latest study and how it has changed a little bit from previous years, you can check out the full article right now at kingstonist.com. For the second time this month and the second time this year, the Cataraqui Region Conservation Authority has extended its water safety statement for local inland lakes and streams. The CRCA says meteorologists are calling for 20 to 40 millimeters of rain for the region beginning Friday through Saturday, so we should expect elevated runoff due to the rain and the fact that the ground is now bare with minimal snowpack and is frozen. Current water levels of inland lakes and streams are currently very high for this time of year, according to the Conservation Authority, who say that they are doing their best to help mitigate water flows through locks and dam systems. While the CRCA emphasized that widespread flooding is not expected at this time, localized flooding is possible in low-lying areas, and residents are urged to keep an eye on their basements and sump pumps. And lastly, a reminder to any people with Indigenous heritage who attended Indian Day School that you will have until tomorrow, Friday, January 13th, 2023, to apply for compensation from the federal government. On Monday, the Mohawks of the Bay of Quinte released a statement reminding all eligible former students that the final deadline to apply is quickly approaching. Indian day schools were established, funded, and operated by the federal government back in the 1920s, where Indigenous children were forced by law to attend. Now, day schools were different from residential schools, as the children did not have to reside at the school. However, they did suffer much of the same cruelty and torture as residential school children, but they were excluded from previous Indian residential school settlement agreements. For more on these stories and other headlines, or to submit your own news, visit kingstonist.com and become a subscriber today. I'm Rebecca Fryer. Have a great one, Kingston.